Wait,
Alright.
speaking of which, dude.
Wait. I know you're about to say something about Dakota and how I shut him down so much, and I salute you. But I just started streaming, so welcome to the podcast.
Oh wait, we should probably
Dude, welcome to the podcast.
move to the right. What about the right chat, dude? Podcast chat.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking move me. No, don't move. Or move.
It's too late.
Cock. Well,
All right,
There you go,
that
there
was
you go.
epic.
go live. Welcome to the podcast, boys.
My monitor just had a giant shit.
Yeah,
My entire
So-
game just took a
so-
dump.
What we'll do is, what we should do is we should put our names. You know, sound off. You first. One of you.
Wow, way to fucking start off. Nice strong start. Am I?
Alright, so my name's Juju. This is me. This is my voice. Someone else go.
Hi, my name is Ninja, and I've been in Alcoholics Anonymous for 3 years.
TikTok, go on.
Good talk. Awesome job.
Good talk. Good talk. Good talk.
Okay, so before we started the podcast, I was going to say that I was talking about how genuinely funny Ninja's videos are, dude. YouTube.com/
Thank you.
2099.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Playing the laugh track.
Anyways, dude. And then TikTok was like, "You gonna make them blush?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And then I was like, "Ninja, you wanna go on a date?" But now that I think about it, I've asked Ninja to hang out more times than I've asked.
Oh no,
Will
we're
to
not
hang
doing
out,
this.
and he has turned me down every single time.
Alright,
don't
I
think
can
I-
explain.
No, dude, you're gonna let me continue.
Alright,
Don't
listen,
you dare
buddy.
interrupt me.
Alright, fine, go ahead.
I ask very certain few special women to come hang out with me. And by that time, you know, some of them do, some of them don't. The only person that has turned me down every single time without fail is fucking Ninja. And I'm tired of it.
I'm honored.
Oh no.
Alright, so let me break it down for you. I'm a
Alright.
struggling college boy. I work full time. I don't work full time. I work full time hours, 3 to 12, almost every day. And
Nobody gives
this
a
man
shit.
thinks I have the time to hang out with him. This is when I can hang out with him.
I
He
work
doesn't
65
appreciate
hours.
our.
I work 65 hours a week, and I
Alright,
still
listen,
ask
buddy.
him to hang out.
Slavery was abolished, okay? So we don't care.
You can't make excuses. You can't
Morano.
make excuses. I work
Morano.
more than you, and I still ask you to hang
Alright,
out.
well, we're gonna do something important. So we're gonna do this 100k Nightfall, yeah?
That's real important.
This is,
You keep
Got
cutting
me.
out for me, dude. I have no idea why. Give me a second.
It's
That's
'cause
called
you're-
your. It's called
yeah.
your crap internet, Juju.
yeah, am I coming out for you, TikTok?
No.
Oh.
That's just
TikTok's
Juju's
bad at
crap.
the game.
Alright, I'm back.
Juju's bad at the game.
You're trying to call me out, man.
Yeah,
That's
I tried,
messed
my
up.
bad.
About to turn your mic down to 0.
Oh.
Oh, dude, exposed.
1.9 is enough, right?
Yeah.
2.9.
5.15.
6.3.
Bet you won't.
Wait, what are you guys doing?
Bet you won't,
Bet
Ninja.
I fucking won't.
Bet you won't. Calling you out.
Wait.
What?
Is Solar Singe okay?
Bet you
Actually, all these
Yeah,
suck against
Solar Singe, yes.
Are you sure? Which
You
You
trait?
won't.
can use Nighthawk.
You won't.
Inverted Spire, Insight Terminus, or Tree of Probabilities?
Tree of Probabilities?
You
Right?
won't.
That's the one with the stupid...
That's the one with the giant Cabal guy at the end.
That's
Never mind.
good. That's the good one.
That's the good one.
I have no idea.
Wait,
Is that the good one?
Sounds like a good
I
one.
almost just rolled into this wearing that really dookie fucking set you were talking about when I had like Gunslinger and Orpheus on.
Bet you won't use it.
Shut the fuck up, TikTok. Every time you speak, I lose more brain cells.
That's a shame.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess we're good.
Bet I won't get the ship. Or not the ship, the sparrow. Alright.
I'm not playing healer class, by the way, so it's not
We're
happening.
about to die.
Healer
Alright.
House. What does this sound? 6.5 or whatever?
Let's talk Shop.
Politic. Alright.
Bad idea. Try not to get demonetized yet.
You're right.
So,
Start us off strong.
alright, let's talk about police brutality, okay? I think that's a good one to start.
Alright.
Alright. So let me give you some background information. Yesterday was my only day off. I'm like, I finished my errands, it's like 3 in the afternoon. I'm thinking I'm gonna edit a video, take a nice nap, whatever, do the thing. So I'm in the middle of editing my video, and then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eardrum, I hear it, "Come out with your hands in the air." Now, you see, I live in a family where this shit's commonplace, and it's a really funny prank. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I peek my head out the window. There's a guy with a handgun down my hallway, and I'm like, that's a pretty weird looking airsoft gun. So I'll play along for now. And I'm walking down my hallway, and then I get to the doorway where my kitchen is, and there's a man with an AR just trained at my head. And this is when I thought, oh crap, I'm about to die. This is not a drill.
Okay, why the fuck am I not doing any damage? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that ninja took a step.
I might have put the power handicap too high.
I literally, dude, I shot one Vex, and they all turned their heads and blasted me in the forehead, dude.
Got you, dude. It was a prank.
Alright. Yeah, I thought it was a prank too.
Yeah, dude. So they were the police that stormed his house.
So did you have was there a SWAT van outside, or what was going on? Were you surrounded?
Yeah, I was surrounded. Hello?
I'm assuming the cavalry, they were all just aiming at your head.
Everyone was there.
I mean, I would have been scared. Were you shaking?
Dude,
I would've been
was
frightened,
alright,
dude.
so I wasn't really shaking.
Yeah, I've seen enough to know that,
Yeah, but
one bad
shit
phone
can go
call.
wrong real fast. If
That's what I'm saying.
when you
raised your
SWAT
hand
dude,
in the wrong direction.
I could have died yesterday, dude. I twitch funny, I'm dead. I get shot in the back of the neck, I'm done.
Exactly. I'm saying you raised your hand the wrong direction, dude. They might have thought you had something.
So, luckily I made it out alive because I'm here. And
Obviously.
they're like, do you play online games? I'm like, yeah, but I haven't done anything to provoke anyone at all. The most thing I've done is I called Nax an idiot the other day, but other than that, I don't think Nax has the intelligence to track my IP address and call the SWAT team from another country. I'm sorry, buddy. But my issue lies with I'm not mad at the police, because if there really was a guy with a shotgun walking around my neighborhood, that is the response I would expect. But why in God's name would some random guy on the internet just play a gambit match with me, pick my IP address out of the 7 other players that are there, and then fucking call the SWAT team on me?
I mean,
So
I think my issue, was the first one of the questions they asked you straight up was, do you play online games? That was just a generalized question they asked you.
they were literally alright, so obviously they asked the general, do you have any weapons in the house? Is there anyone else in here? And then when they were starting to do their silly investigation, they were like, do you play online games? And I'm like, yeah, I do, because they saw my room and I have 3 fucking monitors and I look like a legend. And they're like, yeah, I do. And he was like, and then he immediately jumped to the conclusion, yep, it was a swatting. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I play online games, but I've never heard of the word co-op, idiot. So, I didn't say that, obviously, I didn't want to get shot, but...
I like that the police have gotten to that point to where that's a normal occurrence now. It used to be
oh yeah, no, they're it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You're not in trouble, except for that one lady who was like, you think this is a joke? And I'm like, no, this isn't a joke, okay? Your AR's at me here right now, okay? Tell freaking RoboCop back there put his AR down, maybe I'll tell you a knock-knock joke.
I mean,
I don't know. My encounter with the police there was not fun. I'm not saying the encounters with the police should be fun, but I'm also not saying they should be that painful.
I mean, that's, I think you would
but
definitely,
at the same time, it was a man with a shotgun. That was the call.
Yeah,
so
that
of
was
course they brought SEAL Team 6 outside.
I've heard different things. I've heard it was a man with a shotgun. I've heard it was an active shooter. I've heard a lot of things. And all I know is that there are no evidence to support that I got swatted, and they didn't come out with a guy with a shooter. So it's either I did get swatted in a 1 in a billion fluke, or there's a man with a shotgun somewhere in my neighborhood.
Welcome back.
Both scary occurrences, one probably more scary than the other.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, I think as encounters have to go, you probably got off, you know.
Like, yeah, there are definitely
like
way
those
worse.
stream encounters where they'll get thrown to the ground and injuries happen. You'll get a black
Yeah,
eye.
dude, like that's
Yeah, they're like way worse than encounter. Like my encounter was pretty tame, but I'm not saying it should have ever happened.
No,
Swatting is not
that's-
cool. Like something could have gone seriously wrong. My stepbrother could have had a stash. Okay, the slave in the basement could have yelled. I don't know. Something could have gone way worse. They could have had this sniper trained on me, and I could have been playing. What if I was in VR, bro? What if I was playing like Blade and Sorcery or whatever, and I was pretending to stab kids, and I accidentally sucker punch a SWAT officer?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there was a, I was watching a couple videos a while back about some swatting that happened, or this particular one. Something about a Call of Duty wager match or something, and it was involving $10.
Oh yeah, and the guy
By
died.
the end of it, whatever kid lost, he was like 15, 16, something like that, I think. He ended up calling the police on this other kid, and he came to the door, opened it, and he had a remote in his hand. They thought it was a gun, they fired on him on sight, killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I
I don't even know if that kid was charged, just because he's underage,
No.
too.
like there's literally no way to crack down on it. Like yeah, you could track the phone, but like spoofing a address or like a phone number is very simple to do.
And it's
I
also
fucking
it
done
takes
an
longer.
experiment.
They
It also
found
takes
it,
longer
they
to
put his
track the
picture
phone
out.
call.
I mean, they put it out and everything, but I don't think the caller was ever rightfully charged, or if he
Oh, no,
was,
probably not.
charged for a false call, but not the.
But he's
the
also
fact
a kid, right? So he can't be charged as an
Yeah,
adult.
exactly. He had put out his Twitter's deleted now, but I know before he deleted his Twitter account, he had said that he takes no like action or responsibility for what happened because the cops did what they did. You know, and it wasn't his fault that he got shot, even though he made the call.
Like it wasn't his fault. Like it's the butterfly effect.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
never initiated the call, it would have never happened.
Exactly.
And like
As much
what I
as
was
I think,
saying
you know,
was
a
like,
shooting
imagine if like
happened.
Ninja like hadn't heard it.
Exactly. He
Like,
could've
Like
been-
if
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
had
hear
intention
him
on.
out of the corner, like I was like to Nat, I was on the call with Nax, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna go and like edit a video, and I need you to be quiet." So I turned him down, and that's when I heard the voice, and I was like, "What?" And that's when shit hit the fan.
honestly.
Because
That
all
could've
Max
been-
heard me was, Max said, I was like, he heard me put down my headset, and then I disconnected. And that was the last thing he heard from me for like a good 30 minutes.
could have been dead, man.
Like, I know, like, Max probably just thought I, like, DC'd or whatever, and, like, fell asleep. But, like, that's worrying.
Context for who Nax is.
Max is,
Nax,
he's
He's
a
the
good friend of
greatest
ours.
motherfucker on this entire earth.
yeah,
Dakota 2.0.
he's a good Canadian friend.
What the fuck?
You okay?
He just teleported, dude. Just like I like slammed down on it, and it just like shot me back
Oh,
up.
I think I know what this interference is I'm hearing. That's your dial-up tones.
Got him. You're probably getting your IPs.
Oh!
Your IP's getting traced right now. Expect
my-
to swat at your door, Juju.
Are you guys still making fun of my bad internet?
Oh my god.
Make a
How
fun
are
of
you
your
guys
inhaler,
this
Juju.
bad, dude?
I don't want to talk about it, okay? Anyway. So, I'm lucky. Are you fucking me? Anyway, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
How are you guys dying, bro?
You're lucky, but at the same time,
It should have
unlucky.
never happened.
It should have never happened to begin with.
If it was a swatting, it should have never happened. If it wasn't a swatting, then good. Good on them. They did the right thing.
This
It's
is like a
infuriating that I don't know what happened. That we don't know
Exactly.
which one it is. Like, I haven't gotten any information. I have the lead detective. The lead detective has my phone number, so that's good, I guess. But, like, he hasn't called me or anything. Hasn't, like, followed up for any details. If they calling it off as a swatting, then that's a very terrible police job, dude. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Awful.
you know, if it was, obviously there's one preferred option, which is some kid just kind of lost his nerve and went too far.
well, like,
You know, that's the preferred option to compared to a actual, you know, active shooter somewhere around in the area. God knows doing what.
oh my god.
My
So-
ass cheeks are slammed by that Cyclops.
What are you?
I don't
Dude,
know,
did you
see
see
a
that
Cyclops.
Vex taunting me, dude?
Yeah, that's pretty cute.
Look at that, one grenade killed that Cyclops.
Regardless,
But yeah, regardless, you know,
Yeah.
situation was bad news.
don't fuck around with swatting. As somebody who has stared down 5 assault rifle barrels, dude, it's not something to joke about. Like, I'm gonna joke about it, obviously. Like,
But
I just give me a solid week and I'll be fine, dude. Like,
But
but-
if you have the nerve to
just
really
don't.
take something that serious, you have to really think about the consequences of that action.
You're gonna need it.
Especially
you-
with how
you
things
really-
are nowadays, dude. Like,
Exactly, you know, things are scary, man. Oh, it's crazy.
yeah. Things are just like it's too wild. So like, not every encounter with the police is gonna go exactly as planned. Not every encounter is gonna be police open up with the guns drawn and all that, and then they're gonna realize, oh, he's just playing a game. Nothing's going on. Like, they're gonna think that there is an actual man about to set off a bomb in an apartment building, and that, like, it's a life or death situation every
They
time.
will take it
They're-
seriously.
they're-
'cause they're my
Every
job.
single, the
line.
police do not joke around. Anytime you call in a police, it's a life or death situation. The second you call in a SWAT call, you could be taking a life and not even knowing it.
Exactly, man.
And the only reason why it's so serious is because we've obviously seen it happen before.
And as like a first-hand like encounter with it, it's not fun. It's scary. Like, you just like have to freeze up. You make any wrong move, dude, and you're dead in an instant. Police don't shoot to cripple; they shoot to kill.
They are trained to unload that magazine
No,
because
they're not
one
even
bullet
trained to
doesn't
unload
stop.
the magazine, bro. They shoot like 3 bullets, and the encounter should be over.
This ain't no video game, Chief.
It's like the 1,000 voices on crack.
No, what I'm saying is like when polices are being taught,
Oh yeah.
they're taught to shoot multiple shots because the one bullet usually doesn't fully stop somebody, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
which is why like sometimes when like shit happens, like they'll be like the cop unloaded his entire magazine on the poor kid. It's like, well, that's the, you know what I mean? Like, if the kid really had a gun, dude, like one bullet wasn't gonna stop it.
Yeah.
You know, because the bullet goes like right through, like it doesn't cause any more damage. So like your body doesn't realize that the bullet has gone through before you can finish your action. Which is why they're told to shoot multiple bullets, because then it stops faster.
Yeah. And like, they don't go up with like fucking like riot like rubber bullets. They don't do that.
No, of course
These
not.
are actual bullets. Like, this
What
isn't a
if-
riot.
Yeah, well, you know, if you're willing to kill somebody, then why should they, not take the same precautions if it means
Exactly.
saving
So
other
it's because
person's
they
life?
want to go home too. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like they have a wife and kids.
Clearly, the shooter doesn't have anything to live for.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you gotta do. It's just how it is.
It's still messed up either way.
I'm not saying it's a good
No, I know
situation,
that.
but I'm thinking there's definitely, it's a bad outcome compared
Dude, I
to a worse
finally got
outcome.
yo in ammo, dude. I've been running this entire strike without yo in ammo, dude.
Let's here, get over here.
Oh shit, I shot the wrong boss. I missed.
Dude, what boss, dude?
This was not enough for a 200k.
Oh my god.
Trying to flush us out of here.
We didn't even get to 50. What the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah, we
wait.
did.
I mean, we didn't even get to 100.
I have to fix this multiplier. Anyway. Just, you guys are ready to move off of this topic. I'm ready to. Like, I've pretty much said all I need to say. Don't swat people. It's not good. Obviously, I sound like fucking Captain Obvious here. Like, oh, look at me, Superman. Don't swat. Remember not to.
Just like the Captain America ad. You know.
It's that Captain Canada.
So, you swatted somebody. Like, no, it's. We joke about it. People joke about it all the time.
Nobody in a
Oh,
party is gonna respect you for it.
no, literally, like, if you're gonna swat somebody for losing, you basically just like lost real life. Like,
You lose.
You lost real life as soon as the idea came in your head.
yeah, honestly. And like, while the police are at your house doing fuck all, Like, somebody could actually need the police.
Exactly.
And now they're busy dealing with fucking...
It's a whole
They're
butterfly.
dealing with Jacksepticeye because somebody thinks he's gonna fucking shoot up a school. Like... Not cool. Not cool, bro. You swat me,
good.
bro. Fuck off.
Does anyone else feel like we've done
Alright.
this before?
Alright. Alright, dude, what's the next topic, dude?
Alright. Next thing I have on here is the LGBT
Oh, here we go.
suing
Oh, no.
Suing
There's some
Google and
slash
YouTube.
Google. Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh, this one's.
So TikTok, you want to
one's-
start me off? on
Yeah,
this?
let me start you off on this. So, across my little adventures here, I came across a little monotone video of numerous channels. I don't know if it's quite appropriate. I don't know if I want to be, channel dropping names just because.
Don't.
Probably-
Just keep it.
Yeah, keep it here. But these channels collaborated together and made about a 12-15 minute video-ish. And this is now, as of yesterday, a legalized case that these channels consisting of lesbians, gays, whatever else falls into that category. I'm not biased, do what you gotta do, don't make me, call you whatever you want though. Is now suing a legal case against YouTube/Google under discriminatory acts and harassment on the cases of not letting them have ad revenue and claiming some of their videos or something like that. It's somewhere along the lines. They're being harassed. They're saying they're not getting their money's worth, and they're being put down. And it's turning into an actual legalized case. It's in the courts as we speak. And it's not going to end well for one party. If you can't figure out what party it's not going to end well for, then you're pretty blind to how that, is going to go. But, yeah. You got anything to say about that? I mean, that's just what it is.
Alright, I'm gonna start off with my position right now, so that
Alright.
there is no oh, I am a homophobe or anything like that. I'm not. I'm the
Alright,
same thing with
okay.
TikTok.
Well, let's say everybody in this chat, it's not again. You can like what you like, do what you do.
Don't
but
shove
if
it down our
you-
throats.
Don't shut. I believe what I believe. If you think you're a helicopter, go for it. But if you expect me to call you one,
Go
don't.
fuck yourself.
Exactly. Call yourself what you need to on paper. If you tell me to call you something, I'm not gonna do it if I don't think you are.
Exactly.
It's just what it is.
You're right, dude. Freedom of speech. Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so in case you didn't know this, I'm gonna predict this right now. This is not going to the Supreme Court. This is gonna probably end very quickly
In a minor court.
in a minor court when they realize that YouTube's whole blocking ads thing is a program where it just has a predefined list of things it looks for, and it goes down the list, and if it finds it, it's gonna deactivate ads on said channel.
Exactly.
Alright, so if you have a saying or whatever that's, I don't know, could be considered distasteful to children, then it's going to block your channel.
Exactly. Without purposely calling out the
Yeah.
channel's name. I
Like-
was talking to these two before this started. There was a channel whose name is
Has a word in it that could
Yeah,
be
it's
detected by that filter.
and it's designated towards children. We don't need children worrying about this stuff, thinking about this stuff. This is way out of their
The second you
Lying,
involve
no.
children in anything, you're
exactly.
Thin ice.
It's practically preying on people who can't properly process information because they're still growing. Their brains are still naturally developing. They don't know what's going on yet. It's just crazy that you can be so blind to think that something dedicated to a younger audience like that is not going to get ad when you just throw in these lesbian and gay terms and such with that mindset. I don't see it.
Same thing with with like children was there was like a thing going around where it was like a whole bunch of teachers had set up a shirtless LGBTQ plus like children's meet, like swimming.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and it was like in like the letter like that the parents would like sign.
They weren't
had
allowed
stated
there.
that you weren't allowed, like the parents weren't allowed.
Yeah,
But it's
saw
like
that, dude.
the teachers were gonna watch the kids play without shirts on, and these were like kids
These were young girls, young boys.
Yeah,
This was like
exactly.
Oh, so we're like in pedophile territory right now.
Yeah, so it's like,
This isn't like I swear she was 18, coach. This is like literally haven't been developed yet.
Yeah, and this to be perfectly.
this was like this wasn't like so this was like middle school. This was like middle school girls, so they're sort of developing.
Oh
But it's
no,
like-
that's even worse.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
They're
like
so
this
impressionable.
This wasn't at the building. This was at their physical house. Like this wasn't a, little activity the school was putting on. This was, hey, you're gonna come over to my house with nothing on. And your parents aren't gonna be there, so I can watch you.
Okay.
and it was like the paper had claimed to be like, oh, like LGBT like plus, like you can't for the respect of the students. Like no, like
No.
who do you think you're fooling, dude?
Like
This
literally $10 there's a video camera somewhere. Like, there are limits. Like building a third bathroom for like other genders,
yeah.
maybe you'll have to like pay me. Like don't get me wrong, bro. This all falls under like if you want to be identified as a toaster, like I don't care. Just stop shoving it on other people. Like you don't look cool. It doesn't make you look cute. It doesn't make you look different. Makes you look real different actually, but like not in a good way.
See, you see those things where like I'm not to be like objectatory here, but mostly females are really towards that trans modification, whatever. If a guy thinks he's a girl, go for it, all that good stuff. But then you see them complain when dudes are walking into their bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that like
Like, come on, really?
In the forest, time itself
Like I was actually at the mall today,
Yeah.
and I was taking a piss in a urinal.
Yeah.
And it's like this female had walked into the bathroom, and I quickly like zipped up my pants, and I like ran outside to check if I was accidentally in the female's bathroom. But I was like, wait a second, there's a urinal in there. I was like, never mind, man. I was like, but it was so natural to me, like not to see like a female walk in. But like I genuinely like my heart was like racing. I'm like, is the police gonna come and get me because I'm in here?
Well, that's what it is, dude. If you step into something like, not to sound derogatory here, but my personal opinion is men are treated much more harshly.
Yeah,
in those circumstances
exactly.
Where
because unfortunately we were born with something called like a second human being. The like. You know what I mean? Like, you can't
exactly. That's just how it is. That's how it is.
We do some stupid shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Us men, dude, we're like the most retarded things on this planet when it comes to certain things. So like, we get treated more harshly. But like, let's say like I had accidentally entered the female bathroom, but there were urinals in there. Like, how was I supposed to know? You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's like my bad that I didn't check the sign.
We may soon live in a world where that actually might be the case, because there are so many transgender people out there.
Yeah, which is like, it's not my problem. Like, it just as long as it's like, they're not trying to like watch me pee. Like something weird, dude.
So like, in some instances, this would like, the third bathroom would like fix this problem. But then it would also introduce a new form of like kind of racism, where like, oh, if I identify as a girl,
it's not like racism. It's like
well, like not like segregation. I guess is the word I'm looking for. Well, if I identify as a girl, right? You got me. Call me she. And I wanted to go into the girl bathroom, but I would only be like allowed to go into this third bathroom. Like, it would make me feel kind of bad because like my inner body language, I don't fucking know how these people think, but like, you know what I mean? why aren't I allowed to use the thing as I identify as?
Why do I
I just got my ass cheek clapped.
Yeah, that was pretty cute. Anyway,
Let's circle back around to the YouTube Google thing so we don't get off topic. We'll come back to it.
so
Go ahead, Juju.
they're gonna lose. There's
They're
like
gonna lose. There's no
zero.
way. One, Google and YouTube make shit tons of money. They can fight this to the end of the earth.
They will find a way to make you look like the bad guy, like
Exactly.
more
Which
so than you are
necessarily,
already.
they're not wrong. Like, they're not in the wrong here. Like,
No,
Like
at
they're
this
just
point,
upset that they have no
like-
ad revenue, but they don't
Exactly.
understand why they don't have ad revenue.
But like the problem is that nobody has ad revenue on YouTube at this point, so it's like
yeah, after the ad apocalypse that happened.
isn't there like a group of like like a whole bunch of YouTubers are getting together and like demanding YouTube like fix the problem?
Yeah.
And if
Well, that's
they
why you see
don't-
so many Patreon links. Because
Yeah,
YouTube just isn't
exactly.
doing it.
But see,
And
now,
then they're
now,
like-
now it's come to the point
And now it's come to
they
a point
can't
where you get like
use targeting
punished
specifically. You know,
for doing certain things on YouTube.
Yeah,
Like
it's
political
dumb.
things, like you know what I mean? Like it's gotten to a point where it's like, come on, dude. Like this, it's no longer like a joke anymore.
It's honestly kind of freaky. It's,
Like,
it's a screwed
moving-
up place.
moving in that direction though, it was just if you wanted a problem fixed, you know, obviously, you know, it's YouTube's company. They're gonna do what they want to do in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether they make people leave is up to them completely.
And
But
it's not
to fix
it's
the
not like
problem. This was not the way to fix the problem. Trying to claim some sort of agenda that is clearly not in the works for something you think is not there. Like, this is not the way to get YouTube to fix it.
Honestly, if they really wanted results, they would just
Pump
send
out
them
ads, like-
no, just like send them like a nice like formal like letter, and then just like post like if it's as long as it's like not under like NDA or anything like that, like just post the results and see what people say. If like the result is overwhelmingly negative, chances are that people are gonna pick up on it, get pissed, and then Google will have to retract said statement, and then actually like tackle the problem head on, because they realize, because once more people get involved, Google will realize, oh crap, this is kind of like a big thing that we kind of need to focus on.
Exactly.
and it's not like, so with capitalism, the glory of capitalism is that somebody else will build a company that does things better, and then YouTube will have to fix their shit or they'll go out of business.
It's like mixer
But
and
the problem
Twister.
but the problem is that YouTube and Google have patented so many tiny things. It's no longer like easy to like make something from the ground up anymore. Like Google has the patent for hydrogen engines for cars. They have that patent.
You dead ass?
Yeah, deadass. Search it up.
Oh,
So
shit.
Google owns almost like, I think like, I can't really say a number, but I know they own like a lot of shit.
I mean,
So,
it's Google.
small company,
Yeah, then they just sit on it.
small, yeah, and then they just sit on it. They don't use it. They just own it to have it.
Like there are literally
if they
companies
allow-
designed for that very purpose.
Yeah, so when a small company comes out of nowhere, they instantly get mega sued and they go bankrupt because Google just comes out of nowhere like a boogeyman and already owns it, and nobody knows about it. And it's not like they tell anybody. They keep it like a secret. You can search it up because it's like your right to know.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
But it's like,
advertise it. And
how
most
are
people
you-
just
I
don't
know.
like care.
Like I thought I had recently drawn like an idea that I thought was really cool, and I was talking to one of my friends about it. He was like, "You should probably search up if somebody hasn't patented that already." I was like, "What do you mean, dude? Like this is an original idea." He was like, "You'd be surprised what Google has like in a list of patents, like anywhere near that, and their like team of lawyers will like obliterate you."
You'll be gone within the day.
No, because they're constantly searching it out. And it's like they even stopped. So Elon Musk was going to put his idea was to put solar panels on his on one of his like tiny solar panels on one of his Teslas, and they had even like asked him not to. Like the government came and asked him not to, because like it ruins the economy.
But no,
And it's like, you know what I mean? And they didn't even let him. And then they asked him to leave. Well, I don't know the full story, and then he got like removed from being the CEO of SpaceX is a monopoly or whatever, but then Google owns literally all of the patents on the earth.
That's because they're not cornering like a market per se.
Yeah, I know.
Like they
But
don't have like an actual monopoly on anything.
They're dipped in every market.
Yeah.
They they strive from being in everything. You know. But no, like, you know.
But the government obviously pays, you know, any favorites. Like obviously plays favorites. My bad. Because it's like if Google were to like defy them, you know, the government wouldn't allow them to have that much patents, the access, right? You know that the government would find a way to limit that if it was like the other way around.
Fuck. I don't want to talk about it.
I literally. Oh my god!
Talk of tick.
Dude, please don't die.
I don't know if I put extinguish on.
It's fine.
Alright, anyway, back on topic.
Back to the case. It's not gonna go well.
Because right now, all it looks like is 5 kids on a playground are about to go, like, jump the playground instructor, and they're gonna lose terribly. However, if the entire class jumped the playground instructor, then there might be a little bit more of a conversation there.
See, here's what gets me though, right? This is the main thought, right?
Where's this?
Wait for it.
Obviously, this case is not gonna win. If you think it's not gonna win by some sort of godly twist of
Should have
fate,
put a closer, asshole. The shotgun doesn't reach that far.
but if this case wins, you know, dude, I'll sell my soul to the fucking devil.
I know.
I was like, yeah, dude, I'll turn gay myself, like.
Yeah, but
Dude, free money
once
just for being gay.
once this does fail in the courts, from there it's gonna stem probably how many different things. Like, you know, oh, we lost because we're so and so,
We've activated
or you know, it's
It's
gonna be
just
a
gonna
bigger
be a
problem. It's gonna
cascading
create
thing.
the group is
Which,
gonna
like,
get
which begs the question: is Google gonna take the hit on it to look PC, or
exactly. Are they gonna take the hit, or are they gonna, you know, stop this and hope that this doesn't come back? Because usually in most cases this does come back like that. You know,
it does, dude.
there's always with few quickly turns into many when it's something this stupid, and frankly there are people who think this is a problem. You know, you can make up anything and think it's a legitimate problem in your head.
Guys, dude, we're 3,000 away from 100.
Why is this so difficult?
We shouldn't have killed the boss. We should have let him come here.
Yeah, fuck. Oh well.
Oh, I got DFA, dude. Masterwork. Nice, dude.
No more lasers, Emblem. Ooh.
I got that, too. Dude, what's the role of my DFA, dude?
Alright, but like,
Masterwork and handling.
this is going to spiral out of control. And when it
It's gonna go
does,
bad.
it's...
I'm gonna watch the fall. It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good. I guarantee there's gonna be huge changes that YouTube's gonna make, Google's gonna make it, and for the betterment or worse, they're gonna happen. Like,
Well,
whether they win or lose this case, it's gonna happen.
This all begs on how public this gets, because I didn't even know this was a thing until you
Yeah,
brought it to
see?
my attention.
This is true.
So if this like actually blows up, if my channel like miraculously gets like 100,000 more views, yeah, they might have like a genuine like chance here. If this stays at like the general like 15 people level, like 30 or 40 views, like there's no chance. They're like, this is literally gonna fizzle out in like a week.
The thing is, like, when you're taking stuff to court, Google might be like, all right, you, and you, if you guys shut your mouths and sign this document, we'll
give you like
$2 million.
Exactly. You know what? And
And
that's a
then
thing that happens,
nobody can
though.
ever talk about it ever again.
Exactly.
I believe it.
After that, though, Google pretty much owns you at that point. You're under contract. You say something, you're pretty much
Yeah, they
Exactly.
could get like mega screwed. They could screw it even more.
exactly. Your
Exactly.
house
It's like
gone
not
with a
only
snap
will
of
the
a
$2
finger.
million they just handed to you disappear, but so will the rest of your life.
Exactly.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna change the singe to something else because I'm dying too much. I'm changing it to
How
arc.
are you? What?
I'm changing it to
Dying.
arc singe, okay?
Oh my god, dude, I hate you so much.
Slap on the anarchy, boys.
No, I'm using Geomag, dude.
Alright, let me know when you're ready. No.
I'm ready.
Give me a Segundo.
But no,
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta
it's,
use
it's
Arbalist.
fucked.
long story short, it's not gonna end well for this group of LGBTQ
Unfortunate human beings.
They need to have every card like laid out before them. Just like they need like the ultimate god roll of like.
They need
things
like
to
Ultra
happen.
Instinct and the Sharingan together.
Like they need so many things to go right for them to have like the teeniest chance of winning. And like honestly, I just don't see it.
It's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, good on them.
Kudos. If they win,
honestly.
awesome.
No, dude,
If
because
they
if they win, that means other groups will be able to also take Google to court.
Well, yeah.
Which is
but,
why
like,
I wanted to win,
well,
because then
if-
everybody gets ads.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? If they win though, that could further prove that maybe there was a problem with what they're saying. Maybe
And
they're
maybe there
justifying
is.
it, and maybe Google and YouTube are like, okay, you got us. Maybe we have been doing that. We'll stop. We'll get our shit straight.
Okay, maybe there is like maybe they are actually like maybe they do have a genuine case. Problem
But
is,
how are you gonna prove it?
there's no way to prove it.
There's no physical evidence to prove it. Google and YouTube could literally probably make statistics out their ass and say this is this, and they'd have to believe it. That's just what it is.
Or they don't even have to make statistics. You know for a fact their AI keeps it all.
Exactly.
yeah.
Like that's just what it is.
You know that bitch is like GLaDOS, just saving absolutely everything.
But
So-
like I said, if they win,
Yeah.
kudos. Honestly, good game.
Good game.
Good game.
What's
Good
the
game. No
next
swatting
topic?
necessary. All right, so
Let's move on. Yeah.
the next ones we have are like kind of short ones. Okay, so I have Apple are suing copy makers of like iOS. So let's take you back, because I don't think you guys are involved with like as much like what's the word, like counterfeit technology kind of like like the Chinese ripoffs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Apple has sued this company because they made like an almost perfect copy of iOS.
Cute.
Alright, so like that's a genuine thing. Sue them over. However, this has been done before. Like people have made copies of iOS all the time. Like Austin Evans has like 300 million videos just about like how he has like a Chinese iPhone that runs Android. It just looks like iOS. I mean, it's like $20 and it's garbage, but like it exists. I think the only reason stopping Apple is just the fact that they're a Chinese company and they can't really do shit about it.
I mean, that's honestly what it is,
China
though,
wouldn't allow them to sue it. Yeah.
So
But
China,
China is
different
still
laws in China.
China's still a working country, is amazing.
yeah,
In
I
its
know.
own right.
I know, like the riots in Hong Kong, bro. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, let's go with being allowed 2 children per family,
Oh yeah.
one girl. That's a scary thing to live with.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. There's not really much of a conversation here, so that was interesting.
Actually,
Well-
I had another topic for you for the next one, just to throw it at you. All right. So, I'm not sure how well you guys are informed with the game Apex Legends. You might have heard about this. You might not.
yeah. I think I remember hearing something about
This
this.
is-
Go ahead.
EA
Oh
has
no.
recently put out. I know, glorious EA has put out a new event for this game. I'm not a big fan of this game. I'm not a big fan of battle royale games in general. But people are, especially.
I
this
personally
one.
love the game.
It garners
Yeah.
attention now.
In the forest,
Yeah,
time
it's
with the
got
sun.
enough attention. It's a decent game. It's free. But EA put out a new event thing that's going on.
Showing up on the tracker.
And
See both of you again.
basically, with this event, obviously, like Overwatch, comes new
It
loot
was
boxes,
so
right?
fun.
Each loot box has a chance to drop so-and-so, etc., etc. There's no duplicates in every loot box, so you're guaranteed to always get something new. Well, in Apex Legends, if you didn't know, there's a rarity system, just like Overwatch, if you play Overwatch. The highest thing being heirloom, I believe is what it's known as. And the newest heirloom item that they're releasing is this melee weapon, which is an axe, something called Raven. It looks like a bird. And the only way to get this is to open and obtain every single item in these loot boxes from this event. Now, someone actually had calculated, because the only way to get these loot boxes, mind you, is to pay for them. Okay? Real money. These aren't falling into your lap. This is real. You gotta pay for each one.
I've been meaning to ask.
The entire thing together would be over $200
Some light remodeling.
for a free digital item for your melee weapon.
It's nasty.
$200. But no. But here's the best part, right? Once you unlock every single item for that weapon, you don't unlock the weapon free. You have to pay an additional $30 to unlock the weapon to use.
Oh, it's even more messed.
Yeah, so you have to pay to get the weapon to be able to buy the weapon.
Yeah, it's like a
Alright,
it's like an elitist like pass.
okay. So, what,
Right now, EA is justified this by saying it's in a free game. We need the money.
okay. Let's back this up for a bit, okay? I have a couple things to say. One, I was right. I told you. Y'all said that fucking Apex Legends was gonna be different, and I pointed out EA was in it, and Lord and behold.
Yeah.
Gloating aside, EA does not need this money. Actually,
EA
wait,
doesn't.
EA definitely
Apex-
needs this money. Let me explain.
They're
So-
if you're gonna talk about the loot boxes and
Okay, no, so right now, EA is on a lot of people's shit list, not really surprising. Their, last major release, I believe, besides Apex Legends, was
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront
Anthem.
2. Anthem.
Okay, yeah.
Anthem. Alright, what is the current state of Anthem? Does anyone know?
No.
Oh, I'll give you a hint. It's a
No.
ghost town. Division 2 came along and sapped up all of its player base. Why? Not only is it a superior game, they have a way better monetization thing. Something that just happened in Division 2 that sounds awfully familiar. An event with apparel items. And you unlock these apparel items by getting loot boxes. The way you get these loot boxes, by the way, no duplicates, by the way, is you simply play the game, level up, you get a loot box. Do a special bounty, you get 4 loot boxes. There are only about 50 or 60 so items in this, and to buy all of the items, I haven't I wish I did the math while I still had it. Probably somebody's already done the math, but it costs 100 of the premium currency, which is about $1. So at most, you'd probably be spending a good $60 to get all the stuff, and it's just outfits and weapon skins and gestures and stuff like that.
Nothing that changes the game.
Nothing that drastically changes.
Wait, Ninja.
In
Did
any
you just
way.
say gestures?
Shut up. I'm
Did you
ranting.
just no.
I'm
no.
scolding.
Did you
Let the
just say
man-
gestures?
Let the man
man
speak. This
scroll.
isn't roasting hour. This is a podcast. So
Dude,
I'll
I love
believe
my
it.
gestures.
I'll say it. Shut the fuck up. I grinded both of the apparel events that Division 2 had. I had a great lot of fun. Got me back into the game. Did some stuff. I fully completed every single one except for this one because I didn't really like the style of this one. But the point I'm trying to make is that it was fun, it was fair, and it was easily obtainable. Because keep in mind, I also grind the shit out of Destiny. So when oh my god,
What
you
the
guys are
fuck is this
awful.
Scion, dude?
So, when I hear about how Apex Legends is doing literally the exact same thing Division is, but even more scummy, Division's not even scummy by any means. But when EA's involved, dude, they just are greedy beyond measure. They gave us one good thing, a good free battle royale. It's fun, it's easy to run on anything. I'm pretty sure it's
And then
still
they
saturated with
exclusive.
12-year-olds, but and then they'll just whip around to a complete 180 and make you pay $200 for a kind of cool-looking gun or melee weapon or whatever it is.
And then the excuse is it's a free-to-play game.
That doesn't make you
No,
the
because they
right
do
to
that
give you a
in games you
ticket.
have to buy too.
Can we go back and look at Warframe?
Can we go back and look at?
Look at a good free-to-play game?
Can we go back and look at Madden 20?
Alright, we can literally go and look back
$60. The only good content is you have to pay for it, dude.
So-
Their excuse is false
Okay.
by their own actions.
So the problem, with Warframe is the pinnacle free-to-play game. It's done right, it's monetized right. You can progress, you can pay to progress. It doesn't matter.
Must have a leader.
Warframe developers took out a free-to-play, not a free-to-play, but a premium feature with for cosmetics, I think, or whatever.
Some guy was
And-
buying too much.
No, they took it out because people were using it too much. They were making way too much money. They felt like they were robbing their player base, and it's honestly probably one of the most wholesome moves I think they've ever done.
Free
What is it?
developer game has ever done.
Yeah. Kudos. Keep it up.
I mean, EA's going
EA is desperate right now. Because like I said, their last major release was Anthem. And I wanted
You
Anthem
know
to
their
be good.
stockholders are not happy.
No, they are definitely not happy. I wouldn't be either. Like, yeah, they gross a lot, but like...
I would think the only thing they're really piggybacking on right now is Battlefront 2.
Definitely.
And
They are on life support for that game.
That's it. Because once that game originally came out, it had run on the loot box system, and that was immediately changed because it was literally pay to win. Now it's actually a decent game, but you know, them pulling this with a free-to-play game is just a sign that they're not well out of this fad of trying to take advantage of their player base. They're willing to squeeze every fan they have dry.
Until the laws change, they're not gonna stop.
Oh my god, it's awful. Like, EA will like spout out one end that they're gonna change and like things are cosmetic only, but that like, it means nothing when like things are just so expensive and they're in so much quantity and they're like, it's just like general things that are unfair. Like an Anthem, dude, like Anthem, I played that game.
You better put it like right here, guys.
No, we're not gonna kill him. We're not gonna kill him.
Wait for it.
You guys saw me off track. Alright, so Anthem, played it the entire time though. I was thinking I want to customize my Javelin. And the entire time I was thinking that, I was thinking about this online store that appeared in my inventory every time.
It worked out fine.
And everything that customized my character was either a grind in PvE, like a Destiny kind of grind, or I could just pay for it outright. And there was like almost like the grinds are ridiculous in Anthem, and it's dumb, and it's just like, it's blatant.
It's unfun.
We've activated more lasers.
Like, at least if I want a cosmetic
There's
in
no
Destiny,
items.
like, I just, there's
There was no
literally-
items
There are a
in it.
myriad of other problems that I have with Anthem, but like, like, this isn't, we're not talking about Anthem, we're talking about how EA, it doesn't know how to monetize correctly.
$200 is insane. I can't remember the last time I've even seen numbers that high for a game.
That's a number you see for collector's editions.
Exactly. Like,
Or, like,
No,
super
that's the numbers you see for like an entire like premium leather jacket made by like the heart and soul of the company that made Devil Cry. May Cry 5. Like
now $200, but you have to remember this is $200 to get access to buy what everybody wants, which is obviously this heirloom item. You know, this is what everyone wants. This is like a knife in CS:GO kind
peak
of deal.
performance.
Exactly. Making you pay $200 to add an additional $30 to get what you wanted is insane. That's insane. It's downright ludicrous that EA thinks that they're gonna get away with this, and really they're not. I was looking on the Reddit forums earlier, that is like dedicated to this game.
Oh my god, dude.
Guys,
This is
They're
actually
outraged.
so difficult for some reason. Yeah, I'm outraged.
why,
Like this,
dude? We've been running through this
why?
straight. Oh, I actually hate you guys.
dude.
Turn that bitch up, dude.
I did. I thought it would be enough.
400.
That's such a dumb. Anyway.
It's like, what are we doing wrong? What do you want from us?
I don't know. I don't know how EA just thinks that they can just do this.
I'm surprised that they're
Honestly,
still a
We've
company.
gotten like stopped so many times at this point.
so
It makes me sad to see how far EA has fallen from
Like-
what they used to be.
they really make the gaming community look bad.
They really do.
And
though.
like there are like over-sexualized things. I mean, they're like there's Bethesda out here making like Fallout the laughing
76.
stock of the fucking gaming community for a while.
don't even
And then
get
they
me
just
started.
do scummy things like this. And let's keep in mind here, Apex Legends is a free-to-play game. It's cel-shaded, it's easy to run. That means a lot of kids are going to be playing this game. It's also on every console imaginable. So when kids are playing this game and they're exposed to this stuff, dude, all they need is saved credit card information, and then all of a sudden their parent is bankrupt.
Exactly.
And it's not good because they're developing and you're just teaching them about just the gambling addiction at that age, and it's It's messed.
So it's like
the
it's
entire
like when they defended the loot box system in was it the UK?
if
They
you
called
guys
it a random supply system or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Random system.
Like they think it's
So-
like a random surprise gimmick. It's
Yeah.
Go ahead, Juju.
So, the point is, it's not even just like, I know we were on the topic of like video games, but like all of like, at least like American media that I've seen, even on like Snapchat stories, all they teach kids is that you need material items to be happy.
So it is
Like
big houses.
you don't
nice
like
cars.
notice it, but like if you really look, like if you open your phones right now, and you go on your Snapchat stories,
Oh,
or
guys,
like
void
the
singe, by the
news,
way.
like the
Alright.
news, like for you, it's like, look, weird and unusual beauty hacks that work, right? So like the iPhone, like it's like the small things that like make like one Fortnite right here, dude. The things that all Fortnite players need right now.
Mess.
It's like, yeah, so it's like, if you, what I'm trying to get at is like, at one point after seeing all this stuff, these 12, 13-year-olds, which there are a lot on Snapchat, are going to think, including the rest of everything, that material things are going to make them happy. So
That's how it is, man.
these companies get together and they know that. So they don't do it intentional marketing, but they make it so it's a marketing where you don't know that it's marketing. So you feel like you're a part of it. And then you go and you take your mom's credit card and you spend $400 on like Madden or like Fortnite or even like Apex Legends. And then, you know what I mean? Your dad just lost like the little bit of rent he needed to make it for the month.
Yep.
I'm
Of
gonna
his
actually
savings.
let me tell you a thing I actually watched a couple days ago. I didn't talk about it really, but it's something that EA had put out a long time ago. It was EA used to have a CEO. His name was John Riccatello, right?
Don't start it yet. I gotta change
He already
my.
started.
Ah, you motherfucker.
Got him.
I was watching this. It was like a stand-up thing that he was doing, and he was basically explaining their source of getting people to buy loot boxes and stuff like that. And what did he called it was, he called it something like the hot seat. And he had given an example, which I thought was really honestly priceless. We all know the game Temple Run, right? You ever played Temple Run
yeah.
on your phone? Okay.
Yeah.
He had given the example of, in Temple Run you can run for as long as you want for free. The farther you get, the more enthralled you get, the more you want to keep going just to see how far you can possibly get. But when you die, you either have a continue or you have a randomly put thing in front of you that is like, for 5,000 coins, you
Get
know,
a revive, yeah.
revive, you get all this stuff, etc., etc. He had stated that this was known as something like the hot seat, because in that moment your mind is racing, and it's like, what did he say?
You've only got like a limited amount of time to choose, and you just think on the fly
Exactly.
like a fight or flight thing.
On the fly. It was like this. He gave this example. All right, you have two sides of the brain. If I asked you right now what 12 times 47 was, I guarantee you could give me the answer, but you'd have to write it out first, and it would take you a minute or two. But if I started the sentence bread and, could you finish that sentence right on top of your head?
Yeah,
Damn.
bread and butter.
Exactly. You didn't have to stop and think about it. You immediately knew what the word was. That was the kind of logic he used. He'd been putting the brain in that hot seat of, oh man, I want this gratification right now. And I know clicking this button, no matter the price, will get me exactly what I want so I can keep going.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. So that's what they've been using for their loot box systems.
And
You
it's
get it
also
immediately.
what they use for everything.
Exactly.
It's what they
Since
use
then,
for.
he has stepped down since then.
Oh yeah.
But obviously, you know,
Like
EA
his like
is-
teachings live on.
I'm
Like,
reading from this
his teaching has lived on,
Suddenly
exactly.
shifting.
It's this
Like
instant
reality
gratification
trying to decide
system,
on a version
This-
of
and
this
now they're
instant-
just pulling as much as they possibly can.
I don't like it.
This instant gratification also comes down to like, it's like, you know, the kid wants to be cool with his friends, Or in Max's case, he wants to be cool, so he buys $300 shoes.
Thinks he's
You know
cool.
what I mean? Like, they don't market those shoes. You never see commercials for those shoes. Like, you don't. You only see commercials for the shoes that are like $50. But they use that system where it's like, if you don't have it, you're not cool. Or if it's like, this is gonna make you happy, an instant gratification to get you to buy it. It's the same reason why porn makes more money than alcohol does.
Exactly. You just want
The point is because instead of going out, dressing nice, getting a girlfriend, you know
It's
what I mean?
easy,
You
it's
want the instant
accessible.
gratification.
Exactly.
Your brain is addicted to the chemicals that your brain releases when you bust a fat nut.
Exactly. And now you have to picture that instant gratification with
It's the same chemical
like
that's released in your brain.
12-year-olds.
Exactly.
Exactly. They haven't
I forget
processed
what it's
that
actually
information
called. It's,
enough.
To reestablish control of the forest.
oh man, now I can't think what the chemical is called.
Dopamine.
Dopamine, that's what it is. Yep.
Vanguard would disagree.
Alright, there's also the whole like defending the loot box thing and how it wasn't ruled as gambling because you like win something every time.
Exactly.
But that doesn't excuse the fact like you could show like the chances for winning an item as much as you want. It changes nothing. It doesn't make you any more
Exactly,
ethical. It's still unethical to have like a 0.1% chance to get a good item.
If you walk into a casino and they have a case of $1 million and then a slot machine in front of it, that's basically the exact same thing you're doing.
Even
Yeah.
if you win like $100 every time, it's still gambling.
It's still, even if you lose, you see what you want and you have the opportunity to get it, but you have to put in like, I don't know, $50 each time you spin.
Yeah,
You're
it's a literal slot machine that just spits out something every time.
now if you were guaranteed to say get something that was amazing every time, maybe it'd be a little different.
If there
Do you
were,
know why? See,
Let's say in CS:GO's case, because that's on the top of my head.
yeah,
You open a case in CS:GO, there's knives, there's the red skins, etc., etc. Most of the times you're gonna get a blue.
yeah,
And it's literal garbage. And that's just how it is. You buy the case, you buy the key, you open it, you get what you get. You know what you're gonna get going in. You don't expect the highs, but you do it anyway just for that chance, and that gets you addicted. And when you're this young, pre-adolescent kid that hasn't quite gotten to that mindset that you don't know what you're doing yet, it gets stuck in your mind that I can keep going. And I should keep going because eventually I can't lose. And that's
And
what,
it's like-
that's what he is doing.
and then it goes in, and then that kid becomes an adult, goes to the slot machine. He needs the $1,000 for rent, but instead he decides to see if he can win $10,000 instead. And then he loses all of his money, and he gets kicked out of his apartment.
Exactly.
Or his wife leaves him. Or
It's
like
literally
something like,
a real life rendition of this accident, dude. The Logan Paul brothers.
Oof.
Paul, yeah.
But Nax, it's Nax. Nax is the real life. Dude, this kid's photo, like, I don't want to like call him out
You're
here,
gonna call him out, dude.
but like, I love Nax to death. He's not like poor. He's not like at risk of being homeless or anything
He's
like
just
that.
an idiot with money.
He's just a dumbass with money. And like, don't get me wrong, he like budgets himself, but he's just like, I just don't want to see him as poor as I actually am, and he's just doing dumb shit.
See, well, in the past month, he's bought 3 games.
He spent
$80
$80 on Warframe for fuck's sake. Which,
on
like,
Warframe.
don't get me wrong, that's a good game to spend $80 on. But like, when you're buying all this other stuff, dude, like, I don't know. Like,
It's
he bought
daddy's
Battlefield,
money.
he bought like all this, like, I
Bought
love you,
Assassin's
Max.
Creed Black Flag.
Right. Like, don't get me wrong, all good purchases and all. But like, just kind of pace yourself. I only got back into Destiny because I had the budget for college. And I was like, I can get the most mileage out of Destiny. But like, no, I got a little bit power happy over the summer, okay? Because I had money and I didn't know what to do with it. But like,
yeah, what
Not-
did you spend all your money on, dude?
I bought a stronger laptop for college. Is it? That was like my goal for college.
That's
But like,
sauce, dude.
that's not what we're talking about. I was like, but like, it would be a problem if I like bought the laptop and then I bought like a diamond-studded bag for it too, just to like have material value.
To flex. Yeah,
Like just to flex. Like it's.
Look it up. So
I don't know. It's a big problem. Like I know we got really off topic from like the whole like unethical, like loot box thing going on. And like EA's just being EA again, basically can sum up this like Apex Legends scandal. But like, I don't know, EA, come on, man.
It makes me sad because it used to be back in the day. When I heard EA, I was like, wow, you know, that is
like,
a company that makes
EA's
games I enjoy.
Like,
you know, they used to be the all-time. They were one of the tops. Now
they're just
you
like
could say they're one of the. They may be.
they are the worst. They are literally the worst. They are the worst company in America, like 3 years in a row or whatever. Like it's. And like, I hate to say, yeah, and Bethesda's catching up real fucking fast, bro. You better hope that new fucking
Todd Howard is not on my good list.
not
not
even him.
not anymore, dude. Like,
Not even him. Because like once you get to a company like that, once it's like an open company, dude, it's your stockholders. That's where all your money is.
so like I have no problem with Todd Howard or stuff like that. Or like Bethesda in general. Like I don't know, like.
No, they fucked up.
Their games have always been like this though, just buggy, unplayable. Like just the second they added monetization and online play, so that the cracks would really show.
They rushed
like,
it.
Think about it. Think about it. How many times have they released Skyrim?
One too many.
Yeah, a lot. How many bugs have they fixed?
Zero. That was
Oh yeah,
community.
a user mod was.
Well, see that was when the,
It was a user mod who fixed all the issues.
When Fallout 76 came out.
It shouldn't be a mod. You should have gotten paid for all of that. You should work for Bethesda.
When 76 came out, they had the same glitches and issues that Fallout 4 was having. So, you know, per usual, the modders and such that had originally put out mods to fix it had done so, and then Bethesda banned any modding to be done in the game. Exactly.
Yeah, and they basically like nailed their own coffin shut.
Yeah.
Like they say, like I remember they defended this because it was like in the engine. Patch the engine. It's not impossible.
They have to build an entire engine.
The engine's out of date. First of all, the engine's
Get out of date.
like, come on now. The engine's past its prime. Bethesda, stop.
Oh wait, stop.
No.
Look at
our number.
Oh, no.
Activated their security grid.
Never mind. But still, like,
You know what engine I would love to see another full game on? The Fox engine. I don't know if you ever played
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Definitely.
Not Metal Gear Survive. I'm not gonna talk.
Another good engine is the Frostbite engine.
Exactly.
Oh wait, Frostbite. Was that one power? Wasn't that Division or?
That's all.
Snowdrop is Division.
It's hard not to admire the artistry.
Snowdrop is Division's engine. That allows for some powerful visuals. See, like, Division is probably one of the best looking games this year. Like best looter shooter. Like just it looks amazing, no matter even on low settings.
Like Bethesda, please.
I'm trying to see what Borderlands 3 engine is capable of.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you know they gotta build that. They were showing off. I think it was like 2 years ago. Wings of Sacred Dot. Okay, thanks Bungie.
It's always an honor, Guardian.
Yikes. Anyway, so
Ghost.
Bethesda, it's possible. Like I would rather wait for a really good Elder Scrolls game with an updated engine
I
than
got
for
the
you to
Prometheus catalyst.
like. Oh, what the fuck?
I got the Yoan catalyst.
Anyway, I just don't want fucking. I don't want Bethesda to sell us like a custom story mod for Skyrim with this new game.
I don't want them to become EA.
No.
Like, they have a new Skyrim or a new Elder Scrolls that's
Like-
supposed to be coming, and that scares me. But at the same time, it's like, don't mess it up.
Our community looks bad enough already.
You were able to milk Skyrim for so long, and we put up with it for so long because Skyrim was way past its prime when it originally came out. It was something like from the future.
Yeah.
You know, even touching Skyrim back in the day when it first came out was like a godsend.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh my god.
And I provided literally like hours and hours and hours and hours and
Exactly.
hours.
I had a...
And I can still go back and play the original Skyrim and still have stuff to do.
Exactly. you can still find enjoyment from it because it's so well made. But now you look at 76, and it's just, where did it go wrong? You know what I mean? It's these money-hungry companies. That's what it is. They want to cut corners, and
It's too much greed right now.
they don't want to put the work in. That's scary.
Socialism is the answer.
Communism is the answer.
But I
That's a joke.
Elizabeth.
Don't. It's not the answer.
I love Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth Warren.
Bernie Sanders. Hello. Free college.
Stop.
Hello. Destroy
Hello?
the economy.
Okay, so speaking about free college, dude. So
Alright, no. We're...
I recently got like a
Oh, boy.
raise from my job.
Go to the tower.
So I recently got a $1 raise,
Cute.
and I was looking at my pay stub for this week, and the government decided to take almost, I want to say around like 40 or 30% of my check. And I'm like, it was at 25 a dollar ago. Like it was like you know, in Massachusetts laws, like it's 25%. I was like, what made them decide that they're allowed to take more of my money? I got paid less than when I was getting paid $1 less an hour for the same hours.
Hey man, it makes you feel better. Was it 2022? All minimum wage is going to be raised to $15.
And I'm not even going to college, so where's that money going?
But this isn't what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know what I mean? Like,
Long
Point
story
is-
short,
EA, get your shit together, okay? You're making us all
Get
look
rid-
bad.
get rid of loot boxes. If you gotta keep loot boxes, make them good.
Make them ethical. Okay, Division did loot boxes really well. Like if you're doing an event, like CS:GO, kind of okay, I guess. I don't really play CS:GO.
Take notes, EA, from Bungie when Activision left. Take notes.
Yeah, Bungie did a complete 180. Bungie never had to do a 180. Activision just had to get their talent out of them.
Well, don't turn into Activision, EA. You're worse than them, but don't
Like, just-
become one with them.
180 with Bungie, please, for the love of God.
Because now Bungie is like, as soon as Activision left, they were
Yeah,
They were
really-
on that.
immediately that was changed.
they were on that.
Oh, Bungie was so, Bungie had been like pre-planned. They were in a dark room, whispering to each other what they wanted to do. They were scared.
So, yeah,
And
speaking of
they got out
Bungie,
lucky. They got out lucky because Activision was just like, you can have Destiny 2.
so
Like, you just have it. Just take it with you. I don't want it.
this actually segues into our next topic. All the new Destiny 2 changes that are like here and
Ooh.
coming. Like we've got the new expansion, we've
Armor.
got the Activision Bungie split, and how they're like handling that and changing
Yeah.
things, and
Armor 2.0.
The cross
Armor.
2.0 is
save,
a thing.
cross save,
Bright
Cross
Dust.
save.
like
Alright,
crossplay. Isn't crossplay coming through, or am I wrong?
you're
That
wrong.
would be New Light.
New
Light isn't
free to
crossplay.
play.
Yeah,
Free
New
to
Light
play is what's coming.
Free to play.
Crossplay is still being blocked for now.
but it is coming.
It's
just
not.
'cause
It's
the
not
PS
confirmed coming.
Well, it's confirmed that it's going to be
Like
if you buy the
Dude,
game on a
all
different
I'm
console,
waiting
you can
for
bring
is
your
my
account over.
scout rifles buff. Please, buddy.
Scout.
Oxygen
Oh, like,
SR1 become the
Ox-
meta.
I've been waiting to use Jade Rabbit seriously since the beginning of time, dude.
Okay, and that's when you get banned.
I'm serious, dude. They just like Bungie just decided to completely remove an entire like usable like class of weapons.
Well, scout rifles still have their purpose.
No,
Yes, they do.
no.
Yes, they
Scout
do.
rifles have the same range as hand cannons
I
now.
will unironically use a scout rifle in the final encounter
dude.
of Scourge.
How does dude? How does a how does a scout rifle not tap an acolyte, right? But my trust will.
Okay. So, hand cannons are designed to be like heavy hitting, accurate, low mag count, low RPM.
Yes.
Scout rifles,
Scout rifles are
supposed
designed
be,
to hit long range,
Yeah,
hard hitters,
yeah.
low mags count. You see where I'm going?
All right,
You
yeah,
see where
but
I'm
like
going?
when
The
I
only
mean
thing that
low
changes is
mag
the
count,
range.
all right, no, when I mean low like mag count, I'm talking like hand cannons have like
12 at best.
12 at best. Right. So
Okay,
like
listen to this one.
no,
My
stop. Wait,
Austrian-
stop. Stop. Scout rifles have like 20 in the mag, okay? Like give or
My
take some
Polaris
more.
Lance is 14, my guy.
That's an exotic,
know what my-
moron.
Yeah, but you know what my Austringer has? 14 in the mag.
Put extended clip on it.
Okay, so like
Bring
Call
it
to
up.
Serve 18. I got like some 13s around here. Night Watch 16, Conspirator 15.
Dude, all I'm saying is if you buff the damage just a little bit and just raise the natural for all Scout rifles the handling speed, I'm all set. You know what I mean? Because my I love Polaris Lance, like it's a cool gun, dude. But it feels just like so sluggish for no reason.
All right, so
It's just got no handling. Like all the other stats are good.
don't get me wrong.
Like I would rather
Like Scout rifles right now do desperately need a buff, but they're not useless. They're just very like like an exact set of circumstances. Like when I said I will unironically use a Scout rifle in the last encounter of Scourge, doesn't mean I will. Recluse still beats it out of the fucking water like it's a joke. But like when I didn't
Exactly.
have Recluse, I unironically used Oxygen because like it was great at the long range picking out Vandals. The scope allowed for easier aiming than with a hand cannon. It was just a really good experience. It had its uses. I could
You
pick
take-
off Vandals.
take one extra bullet to kill what a hand cannon doesn't want, which is what upsets me.
You get
Because
the
hand cannons
accuracy
shouldn't be
because
doing more damage than a.
you only get on-rail sights with a hand cannon. With a Scout rifle, you actually have a scope and it zooms and shit like that. That's where Scout rifles have their advantage. They just need to be able to tap things like a hand cannon can. And then basically you have two groups. You have short-range hand cannons and you have long-range hand cannons. But they need more like handling and things like that. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying to like, because if you buff Scout rifles to the extent where they can like tap and add as fast as a hand cannon, you've basically like demoralized like hand cannons are the new Scout rifles at that point, because then like they're basically less cool looking Scout rifles, or I don't know, more cool looking. There's more exotic hand cannons.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like you know what I mean. Like it just
Yeah. This is the power
eliminates-
creep.
Yeah. So Bungie just needs to like find that balance, where like hand cannons are like this slow, like hard hitting thing, not like Duke slow, like holy shit, but like a kindled orchid, ace of spades.
Or you know what Bungie could do?
Buff not forgotten.
Reduce.
no.
Reduce the amount of like zoom on Scout rifles, and then increase the map sizes, and then buff a little bit of the damage and the handling speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's easy, because then Scout rifles become, usable in, or like more usable, easier used in Crucible, and they also become easier used in PvE, and then you have like the added bonus of like the other perks you can get on Scout rifle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now like a God roll Scout rifle, it's like, wow, look at that, a possible enhancement core. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, the second I get a curated Scout rifle, it's a real good looking 7 enhancement cores, bro.
I know exactly.
Take
That's
pride
the-
having
Like,
that.
I
in
remember
inventory.
accidentally
that's the
getting me.
menagerie shit, by the way.
Wow, casual
remember-
flex.
Right.
I remember getting the what's it called, the oxygen, like out of nowhere. I'm like, wow, dude, that's some
Out of nowhere.
enhancement course.
You just melted Oxygen there?
Yeah.
Oxygen really needs a buff, by the way, Bungie. Come on, give it Rampage or something.
Buff Firefly.
Fuck, give it Outlaw.
Why am I
Yeah.
in this? Unironically.
God roll gear.
Oh, I got a new emote to show you, Ninja.
That's cute. I don't give a shit.
I've seen you use it so much, I needed to get it for myself.
Oh, did you get that fucking duplicate one?
Yeah,
Hell
the hologram or whatever.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't pass it up. It was too good.
Anyway, Back
I
to
mean,
Bungie and Scout Rifles.
we have the event that's going on right now. We can talk about Solstice.
Solstice. How do I feel about Solstice? Gonna be real, you guys didn't play Solstice last year. Didn't even know Destiny was a game last year. I didn't care about Destiny between Curse of Osiris and before the launch of Forsaken. This game could fuck right off. I was playing Division 1 and having a good time.
Same. I got this game when it was free for like a month.
Oh yeah, that's right, that was a thing.
Yeah, because I told myself I will not buy this game, but if it's free, so be it. And then it was.
And now we spend more times on video games with actual women. Hell yeah.
Exactly. I bought all the DLC, you know, the free to play part was good enough for me to entice me to buy the, you know,
Right.
DLC packs.
It was just a taste of the general gameplay loop, and it was good.
Yeah, and it was good.
No complaints.
Plus, you know, well,
Well, like,
there's some complaints.
Well,
I think
yeah, but like, you know what I mean, like...
Yeah, I think some seasons are better than others. Season of the Drifter.
Oh,
Drifter.
Drifter. Season of the Drifter sucks dick, dude.
It was so, honestly, like, Bungie knows it too, so, like, obviously we don't have to flack them that hard. Honestly, I think Season of the Drifter is a culmination of just time crunching.
Activision
They
was
were
just...
on a literal time gate. They had to get, like, a season out, dude. But the easiest thing
Yeah,
to
and
do was
that's
just to
what
reskin
he
Gambit.
said on the Bungie directory.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
director's cut, part 1
It was...
and part 2. They said that they were like, they gotta find a way to like do it because it was so hard on all the staff at Bungie to make like the 3 seasons.
Like,
The-
the whole
you know,
problem
the game's
was
like-
with the seasons thing is that, like, the seasons were too close together.
They should have spanned it out longer.
I'd rather
Or-
have a long season. Like, how long was Season of the Outlaw?
Season... Ooh, you mean Drifter?
No, I mean Outlaw.
Alright,
like
you
when
mean
Forsaken launched.
Oh,
that was
yeah, yeah.
Season of the Outlaw, I think. Like, it was 3 months. And then Black Armor came out another 3 months. And then Drifter came out, painful 3 months, but 3 months. And then Opulence is here. We're nearing the end of Opulence.
Opulence, by the way.
Well,
Opulence
actually,
was the
season
best.
of Opulence is
That
gonna
was
be
really-
longer now because they pushed back Shadowkeep.
Yeah, but like they pushed back Shadowkeep because they can. Now they
Yeah.
can.
Exactly.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If Activision was still in the picture right now, we wouldn't have all these good changes, and Shadowkeep would still be coming out relatively soon.
Yeah. See, this is Bungie. The Shadowkeep is literally going to be Bungie at their best. Or that's what everybody thinks. You know, this is their proving point. This is going to be their very first big thing since Activision has departed. This is where they need to really shine and impress, because this can bring back old Destiny players that Activision scared off.
Right.
So it's going to be
Especially
whole
the new
campaign.
light.
Exactly.
And New Light's
This-
gonna bring on a ton of more players.
Exactly. So, this is Activision's big curtain
Chance to
reveal.
not fuck it
Or yeah. This is Bungie's big thing. And
Hey,
they
I
want to
think
show off.
Bungie, like, I think Bungie does realize how much pressure is on them right now with how much, like, advertising they're doing, and the partnership with Google Stadia, by the way, is a thing.
You know?
Like, that's gonna bring a lot of casuals. Shut the
What
fuck
is
up.
your language today?
Dude, shut up. You speak like Mexican.
Oh, okay, dude. Don't
Got
insult me.
Okay, remember this whole conversation about YouTube demonetization? Yeah.
Here.
Please, no, thank you. Okay, me and Juju were good friends. Anyway,
You don't even get ads, brother.
I'm not gonna.
What are you part of the LGBT?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm gonna join that lawsuit, by the way. Anyway, right, back on topic. So, like, Bungie has the chance to make like the game of the century. Right now, like right here, could be game of the year. Okay, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep has like more concurrent players than Division because they have like such a player base. Because like Stadia
Thank you.
caters to such a casual audience, you have no idea. All you need for Stadia is a Chromecast and a controller. And Destiny is free.
Exactly.
Like, okay, Google.
You know what that means?
How much
dude?
is a
Easy
Chromecast?
competitive, boys.
So $35. You can play Destiny on anything that has an HDMI port.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Like, and if your TV has it built in, it's free. Like, no strings attached, free.
Exactly.
So, not
Besides,
only do
you
you
know,
have
like,
all
you
these
gotta
new
put it in.
impressionable... Oh my god, dude, will you stop talking? Not only do you have, like,
Wow,
all of these
dude.
new impressionable players that have... And, like, the old ones that are now, like, Activision's gone. Have they really changed? Like, was Activision really the problem? And right now, all the signs we're pointing to are yes, they were the big problem. But like I said, I have my classic ninja skepticism. Oh god.
Exactly. You know.
But like so far, it's seriously waning with like how much they're being honest with development, and like how shit has been and what they're gonna do. Like I don't even know if the director's cut out is yet, but I'm excited to read it.
Like I think the biggest play that they're changing that they could have done is obviously pushing it back.
Oh, definitely.
I can't even remember the last time I've even heard of a DLC in Destiny getting pushed back.
No.
I don't know if it's even happening.
Especially now, because they said, like, if we're gonna make Destiny 3, y'all are gonna have to wait.
And honestly, I'm fine with that.
Now they're not
Exactly.
gonna
I
rush
would
it.
rather Destiny 3 be the greatest game.
Let this game go a couple years more. Let it live out.
I mean, it's not like the engine is really hindering in any like conceivable way. I don't know. I don't play on
So it's
console.
console.
The Destiny engine looks good.
Like right now, it's fine. Just fix the fucking stuttering problem on PC, and we'll be really fine. But like,
There you go.
It's so well optimized, like the stuttering problem isn't like an issue.
yeah, like it's not enough to get me to go away. And the stuttering
Exactly.
problem's only if I play in full screen windowed. Like
Yeah. It's not
I
like
can deal with a
console.
tiny
Oh,
black
you guys
screen.
play? I play full screen Windows and I don't have that issue.
I play at like 144 hertz though. Its stuttering is like way more apparent at that high of a rate.
Same.
Oh, really? Do you
Same.
have? Do you get screen tears or not?
Not screen tears, but like more like the game will kind of like hitch, like
Oh.
mid aim, and you could like feel the stutter.
I've had that when people throw like multiple grenades at the same time next to each other.
Oh yeah.
But then again, that might not be like a Destiny issue. I don't know how well compatible my monitor is.
Yeah,
just
like
because-
TikTok's over there playing with like a 3D monitor, bro.
Exactly.
Goes
I don't
blind
know.
every time he uses blink.
I can't use Blink. It makes me sick.
Oh, nice.
It really does, dude.
Dude, like Destiny's so well optimized. I'm playing on a GTX 745. Like they came out in 2014.
Yeah, and
But
you're,
that shit.
you're fine.
Solstice to Heroes, though, dude.
I mean, God, we've done like
I like
every
it.
single thing.
All
Yeah.
the
Solstice,
content in the game, dude.
Solstice of Heroes. Except for
It's-
that like one mini boss grind that they fixed, which good on them. My God, they fixed it way faster than when Activision was here.
Okay, but
Good.
let me point this out. For them fixing it after I did it,
Yeah, I'm a little
No.
bit salty. Can I get some
Little-
like recognition, please?
can I get some salt? Because come on now, really? Oh, really?
Wait, what did they fix?
They
The-
changed there's a armor like requirement that makes it so you have to kill 100 mini bosses in this game mode that we're just doing.
But they lowered it to 50.
They lowered it to 50 and made the final boss count as 5. So at most, you're gonna be doing like 9 or 8 runs.
Dude, now I think I might actually grind for the armor.
Yeah, like see how more appealing it sounds? This is that's a reasonable grind. PvP grinds that like diminish
Alright,
progress when
boys,
you
I'm
die.
hopping on my hunter, dude.
Alright, shut the fuck up. You didn't know
No, I'm serious. I'm about to finish this armor tonight.
it. Bed, bro. I'm about to finish this topic and go to bed.
Same.
What?
But now, dude.
You guys are losers.
So
What time
Solstice
is
to
it?
Heroes, dude.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to
It's
bed
pretty-
too.
Pretty good for a DLC, you know. Or a little thing. I
Yeah,
say the biggest
I
thing
like
for me
this
is
EAZ area.
the biggest. Oh yeah, I love the easy area. I'm gonna be
You
depressed.
know
when it
what
goes
I
away.
want? You know what I really want, dude?
So,
Can we get 8v8 on this map, please?
That'd be
I
so
mean,
awesome, bro.
I would say
that
the
would be
biggest thing
so
for me
cool.
is
That would be so cool.
the light effects, the ornaments for the armor now. The light
permanent.
effects. Exact. That's like the biggest thing I think.
We
for
need
me.
more things like this, Bungie.
This looks good. Like the ornaments before these were. Some of them
Dookie.
were okay. Some of them are okay though. Some of them are all right. But something that stands out like this. This is what we want. This is what was in Destiny 1. That's what we want.
Like, dude, I look fly as shit right now, dude. Like,
Exactly. You stand out in the crowd. You're bright. You got a lot of
is-
shit moving.
wait, I don't have the things on my legs. Why? That's better. But like, yeah, like, I stopped playing D1 around like halfway through Taken King. But I probably would have kept playing if like I had a group to play with. But like that's besides the point. Like the
Dude,
armor I was
loser,
getting, like, shut the fuck up. D1, dude, like was fun. The armor was good. The grind was good. The RPG, like the depth was there. Like the depth is coming back. Thank Christ. Because right now shit is way too simple. Because all I have to do is like, why am I dying so fast? Oh, my resilience is at like -5. Let me just like change out this armor piece and like have like virtually zero other consequence. Because like for the most part, I don't really notice like any of these armor perks except for like I don't know enhanced impact and like scavengers. Really, all I really notice. Like finders, you got bad RNG with them. But like Bungie's changing that. Finders now, when like something spawns because of a finder, it glows. You're like, oh, this is actually benefiting my play experience.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's gonna. Thank you, Bungie.
Thank you.
Now, keep doing this.
Yeah, just like keep the hype train going.
Keep it
Well-
going. Don't go excessive though.
I don't want to say hype train. Don't be like No Man's Sky hype and then like literally release like a Minecraft clone too.
Too soon, dude. Too soon.
What do you mean too soon? It's been 2 years.
Juju out here before the podcast going, yo, TikTok, you want to buy No Man's Sky?
Dude, you guys gotta get No Man's Sky, dude.
Yeah, too soon, Juju. Too soon.
Oh, come on, dude. I'm about to play it, dude.
Anyway,
Alright.
I'll save the rest of this Destiny 2 like comparison for the next podcast. Cause it's kind of it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, bro. I got like one person watching, and I'm pretty sure it's Juju.
It's not me, dude. So good luck, dude.
I got like 3. So
Alright,
it's alright.
now before we all sign off, we gotta do like our Twitter handles and stuff. You guys on Twitter, dude?
I have Twitter. No, I don't. My Twitter keeps getting banned because I
How
do
do I
nothing.
not have you on Twitter?
Comment, like, and subscribe. Remember to support my Patreon to be part of my Patreon supporters page.
Make sure you're always swatting Ninja.
Don't swat. No, seriously, don't. Holy
Any
shit.
possible chance.
I will literally
Dude, this is
loop
about
the
to piss me
first
off.
20 minutes of this video in rhythm, wherever you are. But like, I'll be fine in a week. We can joke about it then. But for right now, go fuck yourself.
And that's it for the Destiny Plebians podcast.
That sounds so gay.
It's
See you,
like, dude,
fags.
gotta get a minute.
See ya, gay boys.